Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in today's video, we are going to understand how to automate your e-commerce store with Pabbly Connect. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about some amazing automations that you can create for your e-commerce store. So here, the applications will be WooCommerce, Shopify and BigCommerce. So I'm going to tell you about the automations which you can create by using Pabbly Connect, like adding the customer details in a Google Sheet, sending them an email on the order confirmation and some other automations. So follow me through the screen to know more about these automations and enhance your e-commerce store. So now I'm going to take you to the workflows to create these amazing automations. So this here is the homepage of Pabbly Connect, and now as an existing user, I'm going to sign in. But if you're a new user, you can click on the sign up for free button and every month you will get 100 tasks for free. So as an existing user, I'm going to sign in. Now this here is the all applications page with Pabbly. So here I will go to Pabbly Connect and click on access now to reach my dashboard. So this here is my dashboard. So now taking you to the automations. So in the first automation, I'm going to talk about how to add WooCommerce order details to Google Sheets. So here I've built an integration between WooCommerce and Google Sheets, which enables me to add the WooCommerce order details in Google Sheets. So here the trigger and action are the two most important principles or concepts of Pabbly Connect on which this entire automation and integration will depend. Trigger says when this happens, action says do this. In a workflow, you can only have one trigger but multiple action applications. So as in this automation, I'm only adding the WooCommerce order details to my Google Sheets. So it only consists of one action applications. So by clicking on this add action step, you can add more action applications. So let me discuss about the automation. So here, as my objective is that whenever a new order will be created in WooCommerce, then automatically the order details should be added to my Google Sheets. So moving to my trigger window, here you can see my trigger application, that is WooCommerce, and the trigger event is new order created. So whenever a new order is going to be created in WooCommerce, then automatically the details of that order will be added in Google Sheets. So here you can see that a webhook URL is given and along with that a help desk is given. So this webhook URL acts as a bridge to connect your WooCommerce account with Pabbly Connect. So here the steps are given, so you have to read it carefully to establish a connection between WooCommerce and Pabbly Connect. So once the webhook response is captured, so here in the webhook response, you can see the details of the new order that would have been placed. So these are the details over here. So once the details are received, then you want to add in your Google Sheets in a new row. So now here in this action window, Google Sheets is my action application and the action event is to add new row. And now to build a connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect, you just have to sign in with your Gmail account. So over here, you can see that I've selected the spreadsheet where I want to add the WooCommerce order details. So here you can see that the details which I've received from WooCommerce is successfully mapped over here in these fields. So this method of mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, so that response can be taken into consideration in these fields. If the information would have written manually, in that case, this information could have become static, which means that it wouldn't change even if you would have received a new response. So to avoid that problem, we map the information. So basically, mapping means to insert the data from previous step. So here you can see that as I've received a response and this here is a positive one. That means the details would have been added in the Google Sheets automatically. So now whenever a new order will be created in WooCommerce, then automatically the order details will be added in Google Sheets. So you can also follow the same process to automate this entire process. So the second automation I'm going to tell you about is how to send WooCommerce order cancellation email to customers. So here let's assume that whenever our order is going to get cancelled in WooCommerce, then automatically our email should be sent to the customers regarding the order cancellation. So now to do this, here the integration is built between WooCommerce and Gmail. So here moving to my trigger window, you can see that the trigger application is WooCommerce and the trigger event is order updated. So again, here a webhook URL is given and along with that a help desk is given. So read this help desk given below carefully because this webhook URL acts as a bridge to connect your WooCommerce account with Pabbly Connect. So as whenever there will be a WooCommerce order cancellation, the response will get captured over here in Pabbly Connect. So here you can see the details and here you can see the status is cancelled. So this here is the cancelled WooCommerce order and the details are successfully captured over here in Pabbly Connect. So now moving to the action window, that is to send an email to the customer. But before doing that, as you can see that here our trigger event is order updated. So that means it will trigger when an order is updated. So either it can be cancelled or anything else. So as we are setting up the situation for cancelled orders only, so here we are going to use filter by Pabbly. So filter by Pabbly helps us to put a condition in a workflow. So here the condition is that only this workflow should execute ahead when the status is cancelled. So here you can see the label is cancelled and the value is also cancelled and the filter type is equal to. So that means this workflow is going to run only in the condition for the cancelled WooCommerce orders. So once the order is cancelled, so then you want to send an email to the customer. So here by using Gmail in your action application and the action event has to send email, so you are going to send an email for the order cancellation. So here you can see that the details that we have received from WooCommerce is successfully mapped over here in these fields, and here our response is received. So here you can see the status is sent. That means an email would have been sent to the customer for the order cancellation. So now moving to the third automation, that is how to add Shopify customer details in MS Excel sheet. So here by setting up this automation, you can add the Shopify customer details in your MS Excel sheet. So here in the trigger window, the trigger application is Shopify and the action application is Microsoft Excel. So the objective is that to add the Shopify customer details in MS Excel sheet. So moving to the trigger window. So here the trigger application is Shopify and the trigger event is new customer. A webhook URL is given below and this webhook URL will act as a bridge to connect your Shopify account with Pabbly Connect. So once the connection has been established, so here the details of the customers would have been captured. Here you can see the email, here is the address name, here is the last name along with some other details. That means by using this webhook, the details of the customer is successfully captured over here in Pabbly Connect. So now moving to date time formatter. So by using date and time formatter by Pabbly, you can format the date and time. So here from this drop down, you can select different type of action events which you want to use. So here as you can see that I have changed the format of the date which I want to mention in my Microsoft Excel sheet. So here in this action window, Microsoft Excel is my action application and the action event is to add row to worksheet. So in this workbook, I want to mention the customer details. So here you can see that I have mapped the details and in the response received, it is a positive one. That means the details of the customer would have been added in my Microsoft Excel sheet. So here by building a simple integration between Shopify and Microsoft Excel, it enabled me to send the Shopify customer details in Microsoft Excel sheet. So whenever there will be a new customer, then automatically the details of that new customer will be added to Microsoft Excel. Now the fourth automation is how to send new Shopify orders as channel messages in Discord. So you want that whenever a new order is placed in Shopify, then automatically the details should be sent as a channel message in Discord. So here let's assume that you want to send a channel message to your teammates on Discord whenever a new order is placed in Shopify. So here moving to my trigger window, so the trigger application is Shopify and the trigger event is new order. Here a webhook URL is given to establish a connection between your Shopify account and Pabbly Connect. So read these instructions given below carefully because this webhook URL will act as a bridge to connect your Shopify account with Pabbly Connect. So once the connection would have been established and an order would have been placed, a response will be received with the details of the order. So here you can see that as the response of the new order placed is successfully captured over here in Pabbly Connect. So now you wish to send the same details as a channel message on Discord to your teammates. So here in this action window, the action application will be Discord and the action event will be to send channel message. So here this is the webhook URL of your channel. So you can get this from Discord and this here is the message which is mapped with the details. So as the details are mapped from the response which we would have received from Shopify, so scrolling down to the response that would have been received. So again, this one is a positive response. So that means a channel message would have been sent on Discord with my teammates consisting with the details of the Shopify order. So the fifth automation is how to sync BigCommerce customers with HubSpot CRM. So here you want to sync your BigCommerce customers with HubSpot CRM for further nurturing of the customers. So here moving to the trigger window, so the trigger application is BigCommerce and the trigger event is new customer. So this trigger will start working whenever a new customer will be added. So once the customer has been added, you want to get the customer details by the ID. So again in the action application, you have to use BigCommerce and by using the action event, that is to get customer by ID. So here I've got the customer ID from the previously received response from BigCommerce and the action event was new customer. So after mapping it, I would have got the details over here of the customer. So here you can see the details. So once I've got the details of the customer, now I want to create a contact in HubSpot CRM. So here you can see that in the fields, I've mapped the details of the customer received from BigCommerce. So once the details are mapped, I'm going to show you the response that would have been received. And over here, you can see that this one is again a positive response. And over here, you can see that it shows that a contact would have been created in HubSpot CRM. So all of these automations will help you to automate your e-commerce store with Pabbly Connect. Not just these applications, you can integrate a lot more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you have any doubts regarding Pabbly, reach us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, you can visit us at forum.pabbly.com. If you have any pricing related query, you can visit this link. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe our channel.